Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Pisces. Whoops, I have a card in here that needs to come out. Pisces, what does Pisces need to know? Single Pisces in their love life. Let's see what's coming in. Yeah, a painful period in someone's life is over. The sun is starting to shine at this point because it is a 10. Yeah, we have someone who's moved on, things calming down, happier days ahead. Yeah, it's about going down this path. So I see the energy of 3, 2 people possibly coming together, spending time together, maybe trip, travel, just doing it together. Something is finished here. Yeah, this is burdens being lifted, baggage is being released. So I see trip, travel too, see doing things together, spending time together. Some situation may have ended because of this. A person who maybe wasn't reliable. See, it's all about reliability, stability. And I do think we have someone here. I do think there's going to be some boundaries. Yep, see a little test. Someone's taking a step back, looking at things differently. This is when someone starts to see things different, feeling different. Yeah. Because things are calming down. This is all about moving away from this and moving forward, going down another path. See, collaborating, the things 2 people possibly have in common, but it's about doing things together. Yeah, there's a spark, a passion, new beginning. This is someone attracted to someone. See, it's an energy of chemistry. But it has to do with a passionate new beginning. Definitely this is a 10 cycle. Whatever this is, it's done. I see moving into calmer waters, happier days ahead. See spending time with someone and just going down this path. But it is about reliable, whether someone's reliable. This is an energy of someone who pulls their weight. They pull their weight. But I definitely feel 2 people have a lot of weight on their shoulders. So, yeah, this is interesting. It could be some boundaries. Someone taking a little step back. See temperance, there's joyfulness. See, someone's feeling happy here. They're seeing things from a different perspective, a passionate beginning, a spark. There's some kind of spark and desire. Wow. Tell me about this 10 of Swords. What happened here? Let's see. The Merchant, yeah. So this is an energy of kind of like the ship has sailed, you know. Yeah, so someone's selling something or putting the end to a situation. But it does, you can see there's a ship in the background. Merchant. It's that shipping, receiving energy. But this is about moving towards the sun, calmer days. Someone who's feel the ship has sailed. Let's have a look at the 6 of Swords. Yeah, so we have fortune. Yeah, someone here has been making their fortune. I don't see someone traveling for work too, but it has to do with fortune. Someone's feeling lucky, positive. See, there's an opportunity to collaborate, to come together, to team up, spend time together, maybe a little trip or travel, but it is calmer days ahead, definitely. Yeah, there's no baggage here. I feel the baggage has been released because I see joyfulness, happiness with temperance. See, there's some sort of opportunity here. So someone is thinking of taking this opportunity. There's definitely a spark and attraction. It kind of feels like the 3 of Wands. See, someone waiting for the right person. Yeah, so we have frivolity. Somebody was being a little frivolous. Maybe how they spend their money. But it is transformation. So there's some sort of transformation here. Let's have a look at the 3 of Pentacles. Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? Consistency. Yeah, it has to do with whether someone's consistent, whether they're reliable, whether someone will actually pull their weight, if they can be relied on. Because this is about 2 people coming together, taking the weight off each other's shoulders, not laying the weight on. So I feel this someone here is in the energy of the ship has sailed, right? But it's someone else is sitting here waiting for the right person, someone who pulls their weight. And it doesn't have to be a masculine energy, just like the card shows, but this is an energy of frivolous, somebody who doesn't spend their money wisely. Okay, so someone may have had a lot of debt. It does look like it's something being paid off because the sun is starting to shine. Yeah, to me, this is just transformation. Something's blossoming. because it is about someone being consistent, reliable. And that's what I feel we have a person looking at, because some of you have dealt with people who aren't consistent. You can't rely on them. They're not there when you need them. And that what they do is somebody also often lays all the burdens on the other person, or if there's debt, they blame the other person for it because they were frivolous. So, but I really feel that the butterflies here. So there's definitely transformation. See, I see someone taking a step back, seeing things different and looking at things differently. Someone who kind of felt something was off is now not seeing that because they're gaining some kind of clarity. The sun's shining. Yeah. Interesting. Let's have a look at the Ace of Wands. And it could be somebody spending a lot of time on the way they look, you know, the physical attraction, but there is a lot of desire. There's a spark and desire because I see joy and happiness, a beautiful opportunity. So let's look at the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands we have, yeah. So this has to do with the servant. This is someone who looks out for themselves. It's a person I feel I'm getting a sense of independence. This is someone who served someone. They looked after them. This is someone who's not into that. They're not into being of service. In other words, they're not a maid. I'm going to use some charms. Yeah, we got someone doing thinking here. But there is, I see the Wheel of Fortune. So there's this a fortune, somebody who's moved on, and they're moving into calmer waters. This is someone, could be someone who's moved away from someone too because of this. I don't know if it's somebody who had a lot of debt or they just weren't reliable, because that's what it is, someone being consistent. They cooperate, compromise, they go down this path. It's about a team. Somebody wants to be a team player, but this is someone who's not into being a servant, serving someone, filling all their desires, right? Someone who does all the work, basically. Let's have a look at the Merchant. I do see 2 cherries fell out there. So we have a couple of cherries, whatever that may mean. And then we have a person reminiscing. This is someone reminiscing about what they've left behind. And now, there's that flamingo comes out every time. Perspective. See, it's like the Hanged Man energy with that bent knee. But someone here is just being still. And now we have, see, it's a person reminiscing, looking at things and seeing it from the other person's perspective. So that's what it is. It's about somebody servicing someone, being of service to them, the maid. So we have and this is a very creative energy as well, someone creating. It has to do with going down this path. Yeah. Let's have a look at Fortune. We have the W, so there's some sort of change. It's like the world, it's telling me. Yeah, there's change coming. This is someone who's changed. It could be someone who's changed their look. They're changed, but this is someone who's not interested in being a maid, a servant to someone. And now we have the palm tree, which is often friendly, welcoming. I do see trip, travel, world, someone traveling and taking a trip. Yeah, see, going together, doing it together. I feel it's an energy of looking to see if someone can be counted on, if they'll follow through and pull their weight. I wonder if there's opinions. There's 2 people's opinions. So this is someone who maybe provided for someone at some point. And they were frivolous, worried about the way they looked, that kind of thing, spending money frivolously, ending up with a lot of debt. So interesting there, but there's transformation. Yeah, so we have an O, an L, and there's something lucky, some kind of luck. Someone here, I'm going to tell you, they can't believe their good luck. But I'm going to tell you, be very cautious of someone who's looking for someone to cook and clean, okay? Or to be of service. Because I can tell you right now, we have a person who's left something behind. And someone has made their fortune. They're stable. Someone who doesn't need anybody. Someone who's very independent. They look out for themselves. Yeah. But I feel there's opinion. Somebody else's opinion is they may have provided for someone, they provided for them, but it's someone who's left somebody with a lot of debt. They were frivolous with their money, the way they spent their money. So there's opinions. I feel there's conversation going on. There's a lot of reminiscing and seeing things from a different perspective. Now we have, see, it's about mating for life. This is the seahorse, but it's about seeing. And this is someone now seeing someone else's perspective. And then we have the deer, which is often, the deer is often someone who's very passive. Someone who felt, see, prey, like someone took advantage of them. See, someone, it's two people's perspective on a situation. So I feel it's just two people probably talking about things here. But it's somebody who feels someone took advantage of them financially and then left them in debt. They were looking out for themselves. But the other person's perspective is they were cooking, cleaning. See, it's like somebody who does a lot of work. The other person lays all the burdens and day-to-day life responsibility on someone. But the other, it's like the blame game, someone blaming someone else. But what they're doing now is seeing, because it has to do with a past relationship that has ended, and it was painful, and now someone's seeing the light. See, they're seeing the light. Aha. Yeah, someone blaming someone else instead of themselves. But it's someone who left somebody in debt. See, they were looking out for themselves, but yet they were cooking and cleaning. So it's all about perspective. It has to do with past relationships. Now we have the cup. So this is an opportunity for two people coming together. See, there's people sharing feelings, talking. But I do see positive energy. See, it's taking a step back, seeing things from a different light. Someone's seeing things from a different light. The other person's perspective. Because this is a person who doesn't get paid. But they feel this person was looking out for themselves, right? Looking out for number one. But if you're cooking and cleaning and no one's paying you and the other person's making all the money and they're controlling the money, see, that's what I feel is happening here. Some relationship baggage that's being released because it's creating transformation and someone's seeing now from the other person's perspective. So clearly they're learning something. So I see this F. Now this could have to do with friends, because I do see friends, family. Someone's talking to people here, but it has to do with this cup. It's a glass of wine, but it's someone offering someone a cup, an offer, an invitation. Let's have a look at the servant. I had to leave that to last. Yeah, see, transformation, someone who's changed. See, it's an energy of doing things by the book. So this is someone who has a set of rules or standards. But it's an energy of someone doing things by the book. And that this is about being an open book. Ask someone anything, they'll tell you. But you see music, note. And there's some sort of transformation. There's going to be communication. A note is often communication, but it could have to do with music. Something two people have in common. But it is an energy of change and transformation. Yeah, I do think we have someone who's gone through changes. They are looking out for themselves. They're not into being of service to someone. But it has to do with two people reminiscing, see, about past relationships. So it's about clearing out all this baggage is what it is. See, letting it go. Because it's someone who blamed someone else. See, here I am all alone looking out for myself. Yeah. Interesting. I'm going to grab a few more cards because this is about reminiscing and talking about past relationships, painful endings that are over. It is about letting go of the baggage, but it's about the seahorse mating for life. But this also has to do with someone who's now seeing from the other person's perspective. See, the deer is someone who feels they were taken advantage of. And it's a passive, it's a deer, it's a prey animal. So this is somebody who was very passive. So it's, if you're passive and you let somebody walk all over you, then that's what happens. But this other person's perspective is the other person took advantage of them and left them with a bunch of debt. They were frivolous the way they spent money. Yeah, the blame game. Time to let it go. Leave it in the past because I do see an opportunity. Yeah, this is someone letting go of some baggage from the past. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Someone who's open and available. Someone's let this go. Because it was, I feel, two people, and I don't feel like these are two people that are coming together. in this. This is baggage from past. See, it's an energy of someone who's healed, self-care, self-healing. But this is a person who's, I feel, open and available after letting go of baggage. They do see things from their the other person they were with's perspective. See, there's transformation, change. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I see some Cancer energy. See someone who keeps it all in. They're keeping it all to themselves. And I do see romance. Somebody who has romantic feelings, see? But we have another person who's not into that. I feel it has to do with until somebody makes a commitment, this person isn't going to be at their service. Because it's doing things by the book. See, this is someone who's gone through change and transformation. It's very internal. They're not into being a maid or a housekeeper, or having someone laying all the burdens or blaming them, you know. See, it's all about putting this behind. Someone here felt beat up. This is a person who did all the work. They had all the weight on their shoulders. The other person could have been traveling for work, making a fortune. So this is an energy of putting all this baggage behind. This is 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. See, two people. I feel it's just two people talking about their past. And it's about looking at things from each other's perspective. Pretty interesting. Yeah, so we have definitely some of you are dealing with someone with Cancer. They definitely feel confident. There's confidence and self-control. But to me, it looks like we have a feminine who's not interested in being controlled. They're not interested in being a maid. So this is someone who's had that energy, you know, where they've done this. They felt they were taken advantage of in the past. The other person was making all the money, controlling all the money, and they were being controlled, and they're not into it. So it has to do with a bit of a power struggle. But this is where this masculine, see, they're keeping all their feelings to themselves, keeping it all in. And I do think this is, whatever these two people are talking about, to be honest, it's helping this person release baggage, because they're now seeing things from a different perspective. See, reminiscing about past. See, look at that, the cup runneth over. This is someone who's ready to love again. So it is about the two people and perspective of how they want to live their lives. But the feminine is absolutely not interested in being controlled or told what to do, or someone laying all the housework on them. You know, they have their own life. This is someone who takes care of themselves. To me, it looks like a person who is independent. But here's also an energy of someone who leaves someone alone all the time. They're alone all the time. They're at home. They're cooking, cleaning. But they're certainly not interested in being of any kind of service to someone. Because it has to do with the person here, because of this hanged man energy of someone who needs to put their best foot forward. And I do think we have someone with heavy Cancer energy, Pisces, coming in with their cup overflowing with love and emotion. See, I feel this is people talking, and it's helping this person relieve some baggage. It's time to leave it behind, move into calmer waters. So someone's definitely, and it's two people. I feel two people's opinion. So this is an energy of a feminine who wants someone who's consistent. And I do feel there's someone here who has that energy. This is a person looking for someone who's consistent. And I do see the 4-leaf clover. See this, and it has to do with this person feeling lucky, feeling fortunate. So there's this fortune, but it's also about timing. See, the world, it has to do with, this is talking, communicating, and it's creating change. It's whether someone here will change, because this has to do with past. Whatever it is, it's something that changed the feminine forever. But there is positive change, good luck here. So I feel someone's feeling lucky, feeling fortunate. See, they've escaped something. They've avoided something more than likely. But this is person's coming in with a cup. See, they're ready to love again, self-healing, self-care. They've kept all this to themselves. They've gone deep within their emotions. It's about sharing your innermost selves, being an open book. So this is two people sharing their pasts. And it is helping create transformation. Yeah, it's a healing, I really feel. I mean, this is quite lovely, actually, because this is what you want. Yeah, there's going to be a message, some sort of communication coming in. A message from the heart. Someone's, you know, pouring their heart out here, sharing their feelings, but it's both people. See, the feminine wants somebody consistent, loyal. They feel lucky, fortunate for this opportunity. There is an opportunity, and it does look like someone wanting to come visit or travel, maybe a vacation. I'm seeing the palm tree, and I know the palm tree has to do with, isn't it about being welcome and home? But it could be a trip or travel. Yeah, but you can see there's a message. Tell me about the moon. The moon. Yeah, so somebody here, the scholar. See, it's somebody here learning the hard way. So someone who's learned some valuable lessons. So they're a little skeptical, but it's about their experiences. Someone who has experience. See, talking about the things they've experienced. And I feel like it goes both ways. But this feminine is looking for someone who's consistent, loyal, faithful, someone who's there through thick and thin, but they're definitely not into being a maid. So this is someone who's learned something here from the other person's perspective. Their cup overflows with emotion. They're sharing feelings, emotions, and releasing baggage. But this is sharing experiences, and they're doing a lot of thinking. And I do think this is an energy of this person seeing relationships in a whole different. They've learned something. Yeah, see, it's all about learning to love again, too. See, this person is very loving, nurturing, and I do see a healing. They've gone deep within their feelings. See, they're looking at their life, the past, and it's creating, this is someone ready to love again. Yeah, and I see the cup overflows with emotion. They're ready for a fresh new start, a new opportunity. See a message coming to someone's home. I think we have a person who wants to visit someone. I see a message being delivered. I see a solid foundation, a house and a home. So we have someone who's independent here, a feminine. See, they're looking for someone consistent. If they're not consistent, this is someone not interested. And they're certainly not interested in taking care of a house and a home. They want a partner. Two people who do everything together. They work together. They team up. They share the load. And that's what I feel a lot of this is. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we got the lover. We got someone feeling the love. I love this card. I see music. I don't know if this is someone sending someone music, a song. You know, this is really cute because it shows they've really learned. And what it is, it's two people sharing their, sharing their past, the things left behind. And it's helping this person heal because they're seeing it from a different perspective. So, and it's both people, but it has to do with a house, a home, a solid foundation. This is two people who do things together. Very, very nice. Tell me more about the house. Yeah, so we have this person doing a lot of thinking. Like I say, they're thinking and they're so feeling the love here. And I do think this is someone who probably, got their hand to their head. There could be a little regret what they were thinking. See, this is about blaming the other person. Now they're kind of blaming themselves because they're now seeing things from a different perspective. And it's not about these two. It's about past. That baggage is being released. So this is someone doing a lot of thinking. This is a person who can be, I'm going to be honest, they can be very thoughtful. They're someone who likes to give gifts. They can be very generous. And I wouldn't be surprised this is someone who lets somebody control, I'm going to say it, their money while they were working away, and the other person left them with a lot of debt. But it's baggage this person's been holding on to. See, this is someone who is learning from their mistakes of the past. So it's an energy of it going both ways. But this person's thinking, they're doing a lot of thinking about this. And with the book, this is about old school rules, being an open book. See, it's two people opening up. You can ask this person anything. They'll tell you the truth. Okay? But it's creating transformation. This person, and it's the feminine too, see? Someone who's felt beat up, and they felt like giving up on love, and then here it is. This person's coming in. They're confident. They have self-control. But it's definitely an enemy of nobody is in control of anyone else. It's all about doing everything together. So very, very nice. Yep. See, someone who gives gifts. They'll show you they like you. This is somebody who appreciates everything someone does. So they maybe didn't appreciate what somebody did in the past. And they're now seeing it different. But they are healing, and they are, it's about loving again, being in love, and their cup overflows with emotion. So this is someone who can be very generous. I do see a gift possibly coming. Someone is going to tell someone how they feel. See, falling in love, they've been keeping this to themselves. And they're getting ready. So whatever it is you're talking about, whether you realize it or not as the feminine, this person is going through inner transformation. And they're healing and releasing this. See, this is someone coming out of their shell too. See, it goes both ways. But the feminine's looking for consistency, someone they can count on and rely on, someone who's a team player. This is someone who's not interested in taking care of a house and a home and doing everything on their own. They want a partner. So this person's seeing it too. They're really getting it. I really like this energy. So if you're one of those people who has been thinking of these things, and it could be where you're just going to start talking about this, but this is someone sending someone a gift, showing them they appreciate them, appreciate everything that someone does for them. Yeah, someone here's learned, and often learning the hard way, right? The school of hard knocks. So let's have another charm on top of the gift. The letter G and a shell, a shell is the sea. Somebody's seeing. See, this is someone who's now seeing because of the other person sharing their story. And it is helping to heal. It's creating beautiful transformation. It's just baggage. It's time to just let it go. We got love coming in here. Yeah, there's the palm tree. See, it's an energy of home, being welcome. And then we have this, see the moon and the stars. This is someone who's been keeping a lot of feelings to themselves, holding on to all this baggage. They're now releasing it. See, the star is the feeling of hope. This is someone who's ready to love. They're open. They're available. They're not afraid of showing their feelings, their emotions. So that's actually a really good sign. And the letter G, which could be an initial. Yeah, we got the heart and Y. So there are questions, but I do see someone saying yes because I see someone sharing their feelings. This is somebody with a really big heart. It's kindness, comparing, compassion. This is my great big heart. Yeah, look at that. And I do see, there's probably questions here, someone who has questions, but I think it's someone who's been questioning themselves and they're now seeing why, because of the other person's perspective. Gorgeous energy. Take care, Pisces. This is food for thought. Give it a chance to resonate. Okay, but beautiful transformation. This is someone who felt somebody took advantage of them, and now they're seeing that maybe they kind of did because they were controlling everything. And I do feel this is a person who's letting all this go, because I'm loving this energy of clarity. It's about seeing things clearly, the shell. And this person has a really big heart. Take care. Bye for now.